welcome to the Chronic Health Collective Show. Your fresh start begins here. We're gathered powerful coaches and experts to help you reclaim your energy, heal you from inside out, and step into a life that feels vibrant, aligned, and deeply fulfilling. If you're ready for better health, stronger relationships, and more purpose, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dawn Omalza, and my special guest today is Samantha Rhines Odell. Welcome, Samantha. So,
Hello.
hi. So, Samantha is a certified integrative health practitioner, somatic embodiment coach, and founder of Sacred Owl Solutions, myhealth365.com, and Whole Health Reimagined. With 20 plus years of experience in integrative health, nervous system healing, and embodied leadership, she is known for bridging science, spirituality, and somatic transformation to create profound breakthroughs for individuals and leaders. Samantha helps audience recognize and rewrite the hidden nervous system patterns that fuel self-doubt, overgiving, and subconscious patterns. Her message is a powerful blend of trauma-informed insight, embodied practice, and authentic storytelling, guiding people back to self-alignment, self-worth, and sustainable success. So welcome again. I'm so happy. I know we briefly met, but I'm glad we were able to connect through Al, and I'm like really looking forward to learning more about how you got started on your journey, and what you have to share. I mean, I know a little bit from yesterday, and I was really intrigued by it. So let's get started. So tell us, how did you decide that this is the practice and the route you wanted to go?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So many years ago, I actually it started probably long ago. I lost both my parents by the age of 14, and of course that causes a lot of abandonment and just worth and all sorts of stuff, like as far as just mental, emotional, like healing that needs to happen. So my journey really started then, I would say. I went through life and worked with a lot of people in the aesthetic industry. I was a medical esthetician for about 16 years. And decided during that time, my son was born, had a lot of respiratory issues, was born 5 weeks early. And at that time, I just dove into anything healing for him, that alternative healing, and found my way through going into back to school for integrative health, learning about alternative medicines, essential oils, herbs, things like that, because it really made a huge difference in his life, and my own, and many people that I had worked with. So really dove in with that, dove in more with just what healing in general looks like as a whole person. And, through the healing of my own journey, my own healing, my son's healing, just really wanted to bring that into the world. So, yeah. And now I just help people bring that same impact and their visions into the world with that too.
Awesome. So I'm curious, because I had gone back to school to get my doctorates in natural medicine, and for my own personal reasons, I kind of put that off. But for you, as you were doing, your integrative health practitioner training, what excited you more that you wanted to continue on and finish it and take it to the next level?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, as I was going to school, I was still working as an esthetician in the med spa. And it was really more when my clients were asking me all these different questions, or they would come and they basically would almost cry on my table saying, I've been to this doctor and I've talked to this person and this practitioner, and I'm getting all these mixed signals and mixed information about this thing that I should be doing. And they would be like in just almost distraught, like in tears.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing that really just pushed me more to say, you know what, we're such a fragmented system. Like, how can I really help this person? How can I help more people in the community to be able to have something that is all under one roof, that can help them delegate the information, or understand, actually is the word I'm looking for, understand the information that they're receiving and still, like, as I was in school, wanting to learn more because I wanted to be able to speak in that school of practice, right? So it just pushed me to want to learn more, to I mean, I have so many different certifications under my belt now that I just love the education ultimately. So and seeing my clients' journeys too, like seeing when I did start getting into the integrative work, the embodiment work, that wellness piece, like it was really amazing to see the transformations in their health, relationships, business. Like it filled my bucket, filled my heart.
Oh, you may want to bring up your volume a little bit, Samantha. But thank you for sharing. And then I'm glad, to hear like someone like me. It's just you grasp the concept so much that you want to get your hands on all these different modalities, right? But then, like for me, sometimes it became a little too overwhelming that I was doing too much research, and then so how did you decide that you wanted to kind of just maybe narrow it down a little bit more and do the somatic embodiment coaching? I mean, it's good to have the other modalities, right, when you need to pull it out, but what made you navigate more towards the somatic embodiment?
Yeah, that's where I saw the most healing take place. Taking things back to really, it's taking things back in that somatic healing back to where's the places in our lives that people are held back in. We'll kind of start there with it first. It's going back to the root of where all of our self-sabotaging or self-worth or those things that keep us from being big and creating that impact in our lives and in the world that we want to bring stuff to, bring our healing to. And honestly, it's really just starting from that place of when I could see someone actually shifting their trajectory of their entire life, their entire world, their business, their relationships, their marriages, because of the somatic work, being able to take things back to the root, being able to heal those old wounds, get them through those old stories in that type of work. That's where the real depth came in. That's where the real heart came in. It's seeing, people in tears and then in laughter in the end. Marriages being rekindled, and even people who have physical health being able to see that shift and change simply by doing that work, that somatic embodiment piece, the working in the nervous system. Like that to me just changed my whole world, and it's why I've actually left a lot of the other side behind, like my aesthetics, and have went full-fledged into this now too. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, in our realm of healing practice, right? And they always tell us make sure you ground yourself before you do any type of work with other people, because whether we like it or not, the external influences, as much as our intentions are to do great for others, but just being in their environment and being exposed to their trauma or their challenges can impact us whether we like it or not.
Oh yeah.
So, what are some of the practices that you do to shield yourself from being impacted by that, and bringing that home with you at the end of the day?
Yeah, it's definitely knowing how to, like you said, just not taking on other people's energy. So a lot of the practices or the tools that I'll use that I have kind of in my own belt is, one, just learning how to fully ground myself beforehand. Before I walk into a room, just fully bringing myself into my own being. So one, placing my feet on the ground simply and just grounding myself, picturing, even visualizing roots coming from my feet. And and this sturdiness, just like, you know, the tree has that sturdiness, that they stand tall. You don't see those roots beneath there, but you actually can feel them. It really keeps them steady. And so I've always visualized that before I go into any of my sessions. And it's also just coming back to myself, knowing that I'm not there to fix this person. I'm not there to heal them, to make anything like completely shift and change for them. That is up to them too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm there to help guide them, to help teach them and recognize some places maybe they're holding back and help bring that forward, help bring their awareness in there. But allowing them then to find that place within themselves to be able to help heal and fix themselves from that place, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's knowing that difference between the two as well. Yeah.
And so a lot of times when we make this shift, and especially when it comes to integrative health, I mean, I know you do your best to tie in the spiritual with the science, right? But there's still others out there that call what we do as pseudoscience. It's like not real. So how do you deal with those naysayers?
You know, honestly, I explain it a lot like, well, you know, I always talk to them and I ask them, well, you know, when you're angry or when you're in a stressful situation, where do you hold it? Like, where do you notice it in your body? Like, I take it back to that because it's all energy, it's all emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk to somebody about, well, the anger that you feel and the tightening in your jaw, that is part of what the somatic, this work, whatever energy work that people work in, this pseudoscience they call it, that's really happening. That is a real thing. You can feel it. It's discomfort that's happening in the body, and those are the places that I work in. You know, why is it that chronic shoulder pain is happening? What's underneath that? Many times, every time that they're extra stressed, the shoulder's hurting or the low back is hurting, or, you know, those are the types of things that I'll start to bring in, is more the physicality of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go into the explanation of the emotion behind it.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the things that impressed me about you when you did your presentation yesterday is like you have such a calm demeanor and peaceful presence about yourself, which is very enlightening. Not so many people can, pull that off, authentically. And so I really want to, commend you for that and being able to have that presence. I mean, there's many people that work at it for many years and can never get to that level. And, every now and then I'll get that too. It's like they tell me, Dawn, like, there's something so calm about you. How do you do it? Like, I don't even know that I'm doing it. Like, I don't know. I'm just here, just observing. Not engaging in anything that's around me. I guess that's how I do it.
Yeah. It's kind of a natural presence. Yeah.
So, so I know this really, going down this path and this new lifestyle, and, do you find yourself though sometimes with your own family members where you need to know when to turn it off and on, or is there any, boundaries when it comes to your practice and, being a mom and then wanting to help them with other things? You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, like, there's your practice and then there's your family and you're trying to integrate them all. But do you ever find yourself whether there are any boundaries of what you're doing and how you, speak to your family about what you do and how you want to share and have them change their lifestyle in that way?
Yeah. So, I would say the biggest, my son, I'm a single mother, so my son knows a lot of what I've been doing since he was really little.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like he's more intuitive sometimes than I am. I'm like, where is this coming from? This is amazing. But a lot of times it's, I mean, there's all sorts of boundaries that a person can have. There's, the general boundary of making sure that I'm not speaking about my clients. That's the given one, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the work and life balance, and how we keep that separated. Making sure I have time on my schedule where I have blocks of time that's for my work and what I'm doing in my work, but also blocks of time on my schedule for my family too.
Mm-hmm.
That is super important, just as much.
Awesome. Oh, you got cut off. All right. Thank you so much. So, great segment. I have a lot more questions for you. And so we're going to jump into a commercial and then we'll be back for the next section.
Sounds good.
If you were born between December 22nd, 1973 and January 1974, this message is for you. You're entering one of the most powerful energetic windows of your lifetime, your Chiron return. The Chiron return is a cycle where the wounds we've carried for decades rise to become our greatest wisdom. 2026 is your year of preparation, a time to release what no longer resonates, rebuild your energetic foundation, and realign with your truth. Because in 2027, everything changes. I'm Dawn, and I'm just like you. I've lived the perfectionism, the control, and been accused of being emotionally detached. And I've learned that they were never flaws, they were survival codes. Now they're being rewritten. We'll use tools like quantum evaluation, creative emotional wizardry, and principles of parallel realities to help you shift timelines, from exhaustion to embodiment, from structure to sovereignty. 2026 is a year of preparation, and 2027 is a year that everything changes. And you, the Capricorn women born in 1974, are the architects of that new era. I'll see you in my Zen Heart community as we realign, recalibrate, and get ready for what's unfolding.
Why do 98% of beauty enthusiasts rave about coolness? It's all in the blend of ancient wisdom and modern science. Introducing Coolness, Pearlescent Face and Eye Serum Cream. This powerhouse combines the antioxidative power of schisandra berries, the glow of pearl powder, and the hydrating wonders of dragon's blood extract. It's like a time machine for your skin, making it radiant, firm, and oh so smooth. Inspired by ancient Chinese traditions and backed by modern nutritional science, this serum cream is perfect for dry, mature, and aging skin. It's time to unlock your inner glow with Coolness. Treat your skin to the best of both worlds today.
All right, and we are back from our break, and we're here with Samantha. I'm so excited. So what I want to ask you now is, how did you come up with your company name, the Somatic Owl Solution?
Yes, it's a good question, and I love that you asked that. So it's kind of twofold. When I had first been trying to find my name, I wanted something that was sacred. that felt healing. And that really was kind of encompassing of everything that I do. And owls actually happened to be one of my mother's favorite birds and animals. She had them all over the house when I was younger, especially the great horned owl. And through life, honestly, like owls have always been kind of my spirit bird, my spirit animal, you could say. Anytime that something that I needed something, or those lower moments in life where I just felt like I needed my mom, there was an owl that would appear, and it was almost always a great horned owl. Even in the middle of a city one day, it was insane. Showed up on the high rise, hooting down on me. It was the most beautiful moment. So owls have always been present in my life. But owls also mean a lot of, like, there's a lot of wisdom and beauty. And the biggest thing that I love about owls too, and a lot of what I do in my business is they can look at, the full 360 degrees. So it's looking at the whole health, like in a 380, like 360. So it's looking at whole entire health in general, in all directions, and seeing what is possible from that point. So
That's beautiful. I mean, that kind of same with me too. Like I really put a lot of thought in my business scene, and it just was so fitting for everything that I was going through in my life. So I'm glad you have a really beautiful backstory to that. So tell me, who was your idols in this space? Like, who do you follow? Which books do you read? Like, what powers you up and want to learn more?
Oh my goodness. I have a whole slew of books that are actually all now in boxes right now. Process of moving too. Oh gosh. Honestly, when I started diving into all this work, I have just a lot of just health and wellness books in general, like holistic healing, herbology, aromatherapy. I have like Louise Hayes. I love her books. So amazing there. And then, I always say the name Gabbermonte. No, it's late here. It's been a 13-hour day. But yeah, so I would say Joe Dispenza. I follow him. And those are the ones I can think off the top of my head right now. Yeah.
Have you read any books by I just drew a blank. Not Joe Dispenza, but by the guy that wrote the book on, I can't even remember his name. Never mind.
Right? Sometimes the brain kind of starts to go blank.
Oh my gosh, I forget his name. Okay, that's terrible. The one about the limiting beliefs. Not Joe Dispenza, but it'll come to me. Anyway, sorry. I just pass on that one.
That's okay.
So other than what you did with the integrative health, was there like any other additional training did you do that you have these mentors that you tap into every now and then just to check in, learn more from? Mine is Dr. Randall Ropers. He was in my commercial there. He's in Las Vegas. And he does more along the lines of like kinesiology, but he named his practice Creative Emotional Wizardry, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Do you have a mentor like that?
Yeah, actually, I'm actually going to give him a shout out too. It's Shiraz Babu. He is absolutely amazing in what he does. It's a reality interventionist, helps people move through old stories that have been limited in their lifetime, that's limited them throughout their life, and help them move into new realities, like what's possible in this life and what holds us back. And he's one of my biggest mentors right now, that I love speaking with him and working with him and learning more about what he does too. Yeah.
So most of your practice, do you? I know you're in the middle of moving, but are you a brick and mortar business, or you do mostly remote? How's your setup?
Yeah, so I used to be a brick and mortar. Absolutely, it was the most amazing journey in my life. Grew like how 3 times my size in 6 months, and I made it. I did the whole everything under one roof. We talked about that earlier. Wanting to really pull everything under one roof so I could have that for a client, all of us working together for them. So I did have that. I lost it through COVID and then built on a smaller level, and that's when I actually decided to move. So I sold it and moved, took a little bit of a sabbatical, and then reopened again. But now I'm more all virtual with the work that I do. I let go of the aesthetic, the wellness brick and mortar center, and I just have gone virtual. I'm creating right now what's called My Health 365. It's a wellness platform where I'm bringing in all experts in the health and wellness industry kind of under one roof again, creating more of that collective under that system. Be able to say, okay, we come in, we do a consultation, and then it gives them those examples of, okay, here's the top goals that we see in your health or wellness or the places that we could help you. And then the experts are in there to collaborate in that. And it's a membership site, and bringing those experts in, allowing, like, my biggest passion, now you're going to get me going here. My biggest passion is really helping bring entrepreneurs, those in the health and wellness industry, helping them get more impact in this world, like helping them create that wave, being just this ripple that creates this huge wave across the world through different communities. Yeah.
I love that. And so, you talk about the collective. So, have you ever gone to a workshop or read any books by Lynn McTaggart?
I don't think so. I haven't heard that name yet. But
okay. You have to look into her because she did this huge experiment globally about collective healing. So I think you'll find that really interesting. And then the other guy popped into my head. So it was the book written by Dr. Bruce Lipton about the limiting beliefs. Have you ever read that one?
I haven't, but I've definitely, it's on my list, actually.
Yeah.
Now I need to get that. It's mentioned to me a couple times now.
Yeah, I love his books, and even Joe Dispenza too. But yeah, so you really should look into Lynn McTaggart's, because I remember you mentioned that yesterday too about the collective and the experiment that she's done globally. Really awesome stuff. It's really amazing. And she also wrote the book Power of 8. And yeah, she even has this program that where you bring in 8 people as your collective group, and how just that 8 people can really make an impact together. So very in alignment with what you're doing.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah.
So okay, we talked about your project, and then tell me how did you meet Elle, or how did you come across Women of the World Networking?
Coincidence. I absolutely love it. That has been my world. Honestly, I don't even know how when we first met, I just remember a connection with her, and immediately we just started talking, and she's like, I have this summit, and I said, so do I. Let's do some stuff together here. Yeah, it's been wonderful. I've met her, I think it's been about a month and a half ago. So
okay.
Yeah, so just getting into each other's worlds, and such an amazing person.
Yeah. So did she create anything in your area to start, like a local chapter where you're at? Not yet?
Not yet. No, we're just starting to get to know each other. Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, so we have our spin-off here in Hawaii that started from Women of the World Networking. And so we call it the Hawaii Women on the Rise. And we just been doing a Facebook group, and then we've been providing monthly meetups with women entrepreneurs, and it's been really great. But what I found is, we have this intention where we want to bring everyone together, but everyone's at so many different levels in their business, right? And it's like some of them are like wannabe, or they're startups, or they've been in it long, but they're not quite sure where they want to what direction they want to take their business in. So, it's just really great to see the mixture of people, but more so to see how they meet up with other people and then branch out and do other things outside of what we've been providing. So that's really awesome, because that's what we want, right? Is for it to grow exponentially beyond us. Like, we're just really the facilitators to bring and connect the right people together, and then they can find their tribe and go off and do their thing.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I love that. It's very yes.
So, I know you mentioned that you are also a single mom. So am I. Would you mind sharing, like, what's that been like for you? It's not the easiest, but people would always tell me, oh, poor Dawn, you're doing this all on your own. And I always say, no, actually, I have it easier than everyone else, because I get to do things the way I want without having to consult with someone else.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not the best experience for my children. There were some hiccups, but yeah, you mind sharing just a little bit about your story as a single mom?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rocky start. Like, there's still his luckily his dad's still in his life, so I'm definitely happy for that. And very needed for a boy too, Um, oh, I just have to say, I love being a mother in general, because
Mm-hmm.
my son and I have such a close relationship, and we always have. And so it's been such a wonderful journey with him. And it's amazing to watch, knowing the things that I know with the healing work, with the nervous system, with the things, I guess the developmental stages of a young child, and the stuff that I've learned is been able to help me to raise him in a whole different way,
Mm-hmm.
and to have those conversations with him, like deeper conversations with him sometimes, that just open up his world and opens up my world of what's possible. And so I guess as a mom, I'm kind of going down a different path that way. But as a mom, it's been a struggle, being able to balance that work. We were talking about balance even earlier, is balancing work life and single parenthood, because there is just one of me in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Is with me, and I have him for the whole school year, and so it's balancing, juggling his homework, my work, trying to raise my business up to be successful, having that quality time with him. It was a challenge at first to balance,
Mm-hmm.
and still even sometimes I'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay, I need to take a step away from my computer. Let's go do something. Let's go have a mom-son date.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
How old is your son again?
he just turned 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine is going to turn 28, and he's moved out of the house. He's come back, and he's moved out of the house, and he's come back, and he's moved out of the house again for the third time, and I was still in tears.
Yes, yes, I will be that way too. I still have him a little longer. He still has not to graduate yet, but yeah, he's actually in online school now, so he's probably got about another 6 months with that, and then he'll be
Yeah, there's such a you know, I have a daughter too, but the relationship I have with my son is a totally different dynamic, and in both of them, I love them both equally, and I'm just so proud as a mom to know that they're gonna be there for me, like
Mhm.
They're not gonna just go off and live their lives. Like they always have one eye on me, and that makes me proud. I did something
Yeah,
right along the way.
amazing. Yes, absolutely.
So, if you had to give another woman entrepreneur who, or someone who is considering it, what would be that one piece of advice that you would offer to them?
Go for it. Do it. There's going to be a lot of moments when what I call the self-sabotaging patterns come in. Moments where imposter syndrome comes in. And what I mean by that is where you feel like you aren't smart enough, don't know enough, aren't trained enough, aren't, all these things that you feel like that you're not. And if you ever get to that place, just know that that's just an old story, an old self-sabotaging pattern, that it is possible. If that dream is in you, then there's a reason for it. If that is something that has been come alive in this person, then that's their gift. They have to give this world, and I would help them every step of the way to move through that and create that impact.
Yeah, great advice. All right. Okay, great session. We're gonna take another break for some commercials, and we will be right back. If you were born between December 22nd, 1973 and January 19, 1974, this message is for you. You're entering one of the most powerful energetic windows of your lifetime, your Chiron return. The Chiron return is a cycle where the wounds we've carried for decades rise to become our greatest wisdom. 2026 is your year of preparation, a time to release what no longer resonates, rebuild your energetic foundation, and realign with your truth. Because in 2027, everything changes. I'm Dawn, and I'm just like you. I've lived the perfectionism, the control, and been accused of being emotionally detached. And I've learned that they were never flaws, they were survival codes. Now they're being rewritten. We'll use tools like quantum evaluation, creative emotional wizardry, and principles of parallel realities to help you shift timelines, from exhaustion to embodiment, from structure to sovereignty. 2026 is a year of preparation, and 2027 is a year that everything changes. And you, the Capricorn women born in 1974, are the architects of that new era. I'll see you in my Zen Heart community as we realign, recalibrate, and get ready for what's unfolding.
Everything we're made of contains light. From the sun that feeds our world to the energy that flows within us. With LifeWave X39, we've found a way to put that light to work. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality. By gently stimulating the skin with light, our non-invasive, non-transdermal X39 patches help you conquer your active lifestyle and pave a new way to vibrant health. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. It all starts with your body and a little help from light. Place one LifeWave X39 patch on the body. Apply the patch to clean, dry skin in the morning. Patches may be worn for up to 12 hours before discarding. Keep well hydrated while using this product. Harness your natural potential. Reclaim youthful energy. Live long, live well, live young, with LifeWave 9. Be the light. LifeWave.
Welcome back to the Chronic Health Collective show. I'm Dawn Omalza, and I am here today with Samantha Rhines Odell. So, Samantha, what's next? Because you said you have a summit coming up, right? So, tell me about that, and who do you want to connect with?
Yeah, so the summit is May 30th and 31st, Saturday, Sunday, and it is called Whole Health Reimagined. So it's really about the person who is ready to take back their health and they're tired of the fragmented systems. Right now, I'm still open to where I still have spaces open for speakers that are in the functional wellness industries, doctors, nutritionists, things like that, still open for speakers to come in. But yeah, just hoping to bring, again, it's one of those, I just want to bring everybody under one roof for a 2-day event that can just really bring their voices, their health, their healing out into the world, basically. So I'm just really excited about that. I don't know if I told you, but I'd love to have you as a speaker too. So see your name in there.
Yeah, I'll definitely check my calendar. Like, unfortunately I do work 2 jobs and try to do this at the same time. So if I can swing it, I'll be there for sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what other things, like what other projects, and where do you hope to, take your business? And well, let me let's step back. When someone connects with you and they're gonna, or they decide you're a good fit for them and they want to work with you, walk us through what that process is gonna look like.
So depending on what they're wanting, I do group sessions or I also do one-on-ones. So I have two programs, as well as a lot of other little things that people do, a lot of just single one-on-ones if they'd rather. But the group programs I have is kind of my biggest offer, and it's, I think, the most fun one, but also the most healing, because not only is it, we get to dive in to different aspects of life, different, I guess you call them themes, like some months we're talking about relationships or inner child healing, or simply visibility and confidence, how to receive, and really working through those different layers that may be holding a person back in those areas. And the fun part is that it's in a community. Like it's like-minded individuals that are coming in wanting to better their lives, wanting to better their family dynamics, their business. And really, it's so supportive in a way that that as one person opens up and softens and starts to heal themselves, it allows that path for others to do the same, and creating that camaraderie in that. So it's kind of my most fun offering, and what I do is my group program. And how that, kind of what I do is I take people through what I call the 3 pillars, which is awaken, transform, and rise. So first we awaken, we bring the awareness to what is happening, what's being held back, where the moments that is affecting them to not be able to be in their fullest self, or to be hitting that goal that they're trying to hit. What is it that's causing that, or why is it that sometimes they feel so agitated or so burnt out or depleted? Where are those things coming from? So it's that awareness first, and what's happening and when. Also the awareness, I bring it back into the body. Where do you notice that at? Because many times the body holds that wisdom. It's old stories that are held in our nervous system and our subconscious mind that kind of run the show. in the background without us even knowing, and that's causing us to react in certain ways. And so that's where I bring in the awareness piece. And then the transformation is done through the different embodiment practices. I bring in a whole toolbox. I call it my ingredient soup of what I do. I teach people how to move through these times where they're feeling overextended, how to bring more success in their lives and more balance. Teach them the different tools to use to move through that. And then the rise piece is where we get to embody a new way of living, right? And really, by what I mean by embody, it's like living in the now, living in that new sustainability of that success, being able to bring in that meaningful impact and having it just flow naturally in life without those hiccups. Of course, there might still be those things that you say without the hiccups, but just being able to move through those times when there's stress with such ease. And rising from that place within their life and within their business.
So for most women, we tend to not be able to accept compliments very well. What is that one compliment that you receive that you will never forget? Putting you on the spot.
Oh, it's okay. It almost brings tears to my eyes to think. There's so many. It's when a person really hits that moment of the shift, the change, that they've just been desperately seeking and frustrated not being able to get to it. And it's that compliment of, you changed my life. I'm like, well, no, really, you did. I was just there to help witness it and help you find the path. And so even just saying that, just my heart, my chest just explode with just such awe and that. I would say those are the biggest compliments that I've received.
Do you find yourself sharing tears with your clients?
Oh, yes. and I tell them, I probably will cry with you. And that's okay. There's a lot of just tears of joy and tears of sorrow and just a lot of realness. There's no judgment, and it's a beautiful thing to do, a beautiful place to be.
When I started, I think my first podcast with Andy Foss on the other one, Chronically Healthy Life, I cried, and I think every episode after that, I might have shed some tears here and there.
Well, I think then we can just be, I think we have more emotion. We have more hormones running through at times too that make us more emotional. So it's just that deeper connection.
I just won't go back and look at the episode to see myself do the ugly cry.
Yes. We can just let that stay there.
Too funny. Sorry. Okay. All right. And then is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you wish I had asked you? We still have time. Is there something else that you want to cover that I might have not asked you yet?
Oh, wow. That's, there's not a lot that I can think of right now. Again, it's a 13-hour day going on.
I know. Thank you for taking the time.
I am so excited. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, it's such a pleasure. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but other than just, you can go to my website, Sacred Owl Solutions. It just popped up. sacredowlsolutions.com. I have all my events there that are taking place. I have the summit that's on there, the My Health 365. That's the platform. I do have some podcasts that I'm going to be creating over the next probably by mid to end year, hopping on that. And what else? I'm just excited for this new journey of going more virtual. It's been an interesting world going from brick and mortar to now virtual. It's a whole thing to learn. But it's really, it's that thing that it's that drive that I wanted. It's that ability that I wanted to get out there to different communities across the world to spread the word of healing, and that it is possible to shift those places that tend to keep us stuck and move forward in your fullest, most successful, beautiful way, bringing messages to the world. Yeah.
Well, we're happy that you were able to join us. I'm not sure if you had a chance or not, but we do have other 10 coaches that we collaborate with. All different, unique modalities, from, education to, Andy sitting in his hyperbaric chamber.
Nice.
And then we got, Cable Jones, who does some amazing work. We're still trying to figure out how he is so intuitive and is able to do what he does. And we got Amanda and Leandra Faye, and the dynamic mother and daughter duo that, really resonate and talk about fear and stuff. And so, we would love to, hear more about you, and see how we can help you in your journey. And I would love to, even like interview you more afterwards, because I do have some projects that I need to finish up as well. Emotional management is a big deal for me, and I'm still in the corporate workspace, but I still see it all the time. And so the work that we are all doing and what we're contributing to society is a much needed practice. And what I've shared with Andy as well is that, there's still question, or what we do is still questionable, right? But I really believe that this year is a year of preparation, and next year, we're not going to even have to market ourselves. People are going to be looking for us. Like, we won't even have to try. They're going to be more interested in what we do, because this world is just going to change in so many ways that, the whole schedules and regimens and everything that we've come accustomed to is going to change. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the other thing, like, are you like a big fan of like talking about aliens and UFOs? Because that's my other hobby.
I always find it interesting to listen. Yeah. I don't know exactly. I'm sure there's some more out there. It's such a vast universe. But I haven't had those conversations for a while. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love that. But I also, so for you, like, what do you do to take time out and just do what you want to do that has nothing to do with being a mom and, being a businesswoman?
Sometimes that's our whole world, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I just make sure that I am doing my own self-care. I love going on hikes, taking my dogs out, playing with them, and just being outdoors in one way or the other. I go paddleboarding. Although it's been cold, so I'm ready to get back out in the summer weather is here soon. And this summer, I'm actually traveling. I'm going to be traveling a lot, putting a lot of my stuff into storage, getting a camper van, and I'm just going to travel and talk on stages and have fun. That's what fills my bucket and the side time. Yeah.
Are you going to go with Elle to Bali?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to her about that yet. I'm talking to her about that.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would love to start doing more of is it is on my agenda of doing retreats, being a part of them, getting people out to them. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we will definitely be in touch again, and I genuinely thank you so much for being here with us today.
Absolutely.
So we're going to close this out. If today's episode spoke to you, don't just watch, take action. Book your free consult with one of our expert coaches of chronichealthcollective.com for personalized support, or with Samantha here. Subscribe to our monthly magazine for powerful tips from all 10 of our coaches to elevate your health, mindset, and relationships. Join us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, or catch past episodes on E360 TV or youtube.com at Chronic Health Collective. And we want to thank you again for tuning in. Your transformation starts with one bold step. See you next week. Thank you.